In the spring of 2016, we embarked on a journey to discover our Chinese heritage.
And because we grew up in an international community in Beijing, we wanted to explore different parts of China that we hadn't before.
We went to 3 drastically different places, each unique in its environment, culture, and people. Here's a story of the road to our roots.
各位女士、各位先生，欢迎来到桂林。接下来需要滑行一段时间，请不要站立，并保持手机电源关闭。等飞机完全停往后。
We're finally here after our 3-hour flight.
So we just arrived in Guilin, which is located in the southwest region of China. And the name Guilin means the forest of the osmanthus flower.
桂林面积500平方公里，人口565万，下辖12个县，包括11个少数民族，其中有4大少数民族：壮、瑶、苗、侗。
We're here at the forbidden city of Guilin. This place is approximately 26 years older than the forbidden city of Beijing.
And in the Ming Dynasty, this place was used for where the emperors lived and where the emperors' families lived. And in the Qing Dynasty, this was an exam center or test center for people who wanted to become officials or judges under the emperor. Over here is just the Guilin noodles, like 米粉, and that's the special food in Guilin City.
桂林米粉呢，它是属于一个我们国家的一个，也是属于一个民族小吃嘛哈。就是最代表性的就是桂林米粉呢，就是卤菜粉，就是卤肉的，就是把那个牛肉啊、猪里脊肉啊，还有那些碎的都卤好了以后。然后很多种香料，把它熬制成卤水，然后就加上一些小吃。
这个是我们桂林最有名的小吃，就是用黄豆做的，叫腐竹，也是我们桂林的特产。
把它拌了，是干拌的吃，就是我们桂林米粉的正宗桂林米粉，就是这个干拌的卤菜粉。
如果是觉得哪一个味道好，还可以加啊。这个是酸豆角，这3样是开胃的，然后呢，这个是辣的。
我在这个米粉店这个店里头已经工作了8年了，再做2年也60岁了，也就是要养老，我们一直都是讲哈，回去也要锻炼身体，只要身体好，工作给年轻人来做，就是这样。
一束长发呀亮呀，梳妆打扮为情郎。
我是来自洪瑶族的女孩，名字叫潘凤燕。长发它是代表长命富贵，所以我们一生中的头发都必须盘在自己头上，不把它丢掉。这首歌的意思就是说，一梳长发黑又亮，梳妆打扮为情郎；二梳长发浓又亮，夫妻恩爱情意长。就是这个意思。我们从小就跟着妈妈他们学跳舞唱歌啦。我们这种歌也是传统下来的。唱山歌的话，每天都唱。以前我妈妈他们那一代都是 对山歌来谈恋爱的。我们没有专门写的，就是说自己心里面想什么就唱什么，都是这样自己编的，自编自唱。雨做雨呀，六月的头啊，是雨做了风，我不看见呀，有雨做归呀，有雨呀，下海有雨双鹅笼。这首歌的意思就是说啊，遇着雨啊，就像6月的日头遇见风。今天呢，我就是觉得遇见你们，就像夏天的太阳这样。
我的遇见你也很灿烂。
早上我们就在这里梳长发，然后跳舞啊，跳完舞以后就刺绣啊，绣自己身上穿的衣服啊。我们在这里虽然很朴素，但是很开心。
远道来的客人，你们好，我叫徐长义，是阳朔县新平镇大河背差人。
我们猫仔山村、木山寨村、木山村、田家河村、新平村5个寨村的渔民兄弟在这里欢迎你们。
So we just finished watching the performance tonight, and it was honestly one of the best performances I've ever seen in my life. It was incredible because the stage was not a man-made stage, it was natural, and it was on the Lee River, and the backdrop were the mountains, and it was beautiful.
So also what was really interesting about the performance was that I felt that the lighting was really nice because it was a really natural scene, but at night usually you can't see anything, but the mountains in the background were lit up, and then the people on the boat, they were lit up too, and their reflections in the river was really beautiful.
The special thing about the performance is that it wasn't just professional performers, it was the local people around here, so the performance was really revolved around the local life in Yangshuo and the culture here. The car's not starting up, so that's a little concerning. It's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, we're stranded and the car broke down. Hopefully we can move.
车坏了吗？
我让你感受一下啊。
OK，我是电池的关系。 So the car is actually broken and we're waiting for another car to pick us up. So our schedule is going to be a little different. Afterwards we're going to go eat lunch and then we're going to go see the terraces.
Oh yeah.
Good news, the car is fixed.
So we're on our way right now. We'll be there soon. Climbed up like 200 flights of stairs.
It's so tiring.
Yeah.
But the locals here have to do it every day.
We're gonna keep going and hopefully the weather gets better so the fog will go away and we'll see more of the rice fields.
Right now we're at the top of the rice terraces.
And it's really, really pretty. It's still foggy outside, but you can see like there's terraces like all the way down there.
It's very peaceful here.
Yeah. We get to meet a lot of the minorities here and their different cultures and their different lifestyle compared to ours. So this is where people walk every day to tend to their rice field, and we can barely walk on it and it's really hard to balance. We feel really thankful for the people that work here and the people that grow food for us, just because it's a really tedious job.
So yeah, it's really hard to get down here, but when you get down here, you can see the reflections of yourself in the water, and it's really cool. And the water has like different patterns, which is very interesting.
Right now we're on the Li River cruise heading to Yangshuo, which is a county around 4 hours away from Guilin.
There's a lot of really cool mountains and the water's really pretty and clear.
One of the spots that we're gonna see on the cruise is the picture that's on the 20 RMB bill. Right now we've arrived at the location of the famous 20 bill. It's one of the most beautiful parts of China since it's featured on the currency. And when President Clinton came to China, he praised that no place in China is more evocative of the beauty of your country than Guilin.
这些都是我们桂林的桂花树，桂林就是桂花树成林啊。现在是阳朔的老百姓的这个收入的其中一个项目，就是种这个桂花树，然后卖。
So we're here at the kayaking place.
The scenery is really beautiful. It's really calm here. The mountains are in the background.
The river is very calm since there are no boats around and it's just us. It's really pretty.
We still have more than half to go and we're like really tired, but it's okay.
So we're like drifting along with the current, and it's really nice because we don't even have to throw.
And then our tour guide's like, oh, they're so weak.
房间位享受10点到没上去，它也可以这个生津解渴。
We're on the Guilin River cruise right now.
And it goes through 4 lakes and 2 rivers. Guilin is a city that's surrounded by water, and this place is a peaceful oasis in the middle of a bustling city. And we passed through a lot of scenic spots and a lot of different minority performances. So this is the last stop of our Guilin trip, and we're outside on a pedestrian street, and there's a lot of the culture of the county here in terms of the food and the culture, and a lot of foreigners like to come here to have a drink and sit down and relax.
Yeah, because there's so many foreigners, there's also a lot of foreign bars and restaurants. There's people from all over the world here.
It's kind of funny to see how, even though this is a small town in China, how there's so many foreigners that are here to visit, and how the culture here has been influenced by that.
For flying with China Southern Airlines. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chengdu.
成都市是个商气，特别是文气比较重的一个地方。
四川的生活方式比较悠闲。
I think you can't really see in any other city around the world.
I really like Chengdu.
It's really cool to see.
The overall atmosphere in Chengdu is just really interesting and really unique.
我自己是觉得特别棒的。
So right now we're at the Temple of the Kings.
这里就是蜀国皇帝刘备的墓。那不过非常遗憾的是，他当皇帝呢，就差不多1年的时间。那公元223年的时候呢，他就输掉了夷陵之战啊，然后生病呢去世了。那如果我们进去以后会看到这个墓呢，跟你在中国北方看到的墓不一样，它非常特别，它是一个地上墓，看它是一个土堆，是埋在地上的。现在我们就在整个武侯祠里面呢，最重要的一重殿了。我们说前面呢，有专门纪念刘备的祠堂呢，这个是纪念诸葛亮的。那诸葛亮呢，在中国历史上被誉为是最聪明的人，他对整个天下的局势叫了然于胸，就非常清楚。还给这个刘备呢设计了方案，怎么样来一统天下，那统一中国。那把蜀国呢，把四川这一块呢，列为他统一的这个基地。
We just saw a statue of Zhuge Liang. He's really famous and known for giving great advice and having great knowledge.
他为本地人做了很多的贡献，那所以呢，后来人都很纪念他。那其实比起国王来更加的纪念他。
Tonight we also went to see this cultural performance.
Yeah, and we also got to talk to one of the performers after the show, and he kind of summarized what the performance was about.
演川剧有40多年了，大概11岁就开始从事这个。由于小的时候不知道怎么的，就跟着大人到剧院、剧场那边去看戏就喜欢上这个。很小的时候就一种天生的就喜欢这个演戏，就到剧团里去跟着老师学，从事这个专业已经40多年了。今晚上你们冲突的就是变脸，我接着说这个变脸，川剧有300多年的历史，不是成都人喜欢看，是整个市面上都很喜欢看的。为什么他喜欢看呢？因为他没有内容，它简单它没有故事，就是很直白，这都是变脸了。我就跟你们说，什么叫变脸？我们每个人在生活当中都在变脸。你当做你的老师，你是个脸；当做你的父亲是个脸；当做你的情人是个脸。我们整个世界都在变，没有变就不能发展，就不能飞腾，是吗？我也不知道我演多久，我就说我的身体状况能够演多久就演多久。观众如果能够接受我的表演，能够观众接受，我就演。当然观众都不接受了，我就只有休息了。
Today we're at the the Chengdu research base of giant panda breeding?
Yeah, so right now we're just inside the zoo, like right inside the entrance, and we'll be able to see more than 100 pandas here, from like ages young to old.
Pandas are the national animal of China, so they're very treasured.
你们在中国以外所有国家看到的熊猫呢，它都是属于中国的。那可能在国外呢有10年或者20年的一个租约，那租约满以后也会被送回国。那他们在海外生的所有的 baby 呢，全部在3岁以前要送回中国。
My name is Kayla. I'm from the States. I'm from Minnesota. And I'm here because I actually live in China. I work in Wuxi. I'm a teacher in an international school. I teach first grade. And we just came for a weekend to come see the pandas at Chengdu. I have to say, seeing 9 babies all at one time is amazing. Like, we never thought we would see this much and this close.
So right now, we're eating sugar canes, which is something that people here in Chengdu do.
It's kind of like what we saw today at the panda place, and like pandas kind of eat like this, like they like take the bite out and then
they like chew it and then they spit it out.
Yeah.
They're just adorable.
We're talking.
我叫易社宇，我在沃尔玛上班，是成都半个成都人，应该说是，就是一种生活方式，是他们的老年退休的一种生活方式，娱乐的一种生活方式。每个茶馆，每个就是说公园，都很多老年人都是靠这个娱乐方式来过他们的退休生活。
We just finished playing mahjong, which is a really prominent game in Chengdu, and it was really, really fun. The rules are kind of complicated, but it's a lot of strategizing. Oh, and I won! Yeah, it was fun.
I want to play again so I can win because I'm very competitive. Yeah. But the only reason I lost was because I didn't know the rules. Right now we're in the tea house, surrounded by people playing mahjong and drinking tea.
Yeah, and the tea culture here is really immersive. I didn't notice before, but there's so many different ways to drink tea here, and there's so many different ways to like tell people different things.
So like, if you are finished with your tea, then you put your cap upside down on top of the glass. If you're not satisfied with your tea, then you leave everything out and a waiter will come and ask you what's wrong and will probably like give you another cup of tea.
And the last one is if you're leaving and you want to come back, you just put the lid on your chair and the waiter or everyone who passes by will know that you're coming back and the seat is reserved.
一只手呢，你要拿着这个双绳，另外一只手呢是拿着这个盖子，然后把茶叶给避开，所以你喝到的水是没有茶叶的，然后这样子喝。
哇！
这样子是茶太烫了，你喝 tea。
那我们刚才谈到的是中国的4大菜系啊，那四川菜呢是4大菜系其中之一。那另外呢有这个山东菜、广东菜跟淮扬菜。
Chengdu food is like famous all over China. It's one of the 4 major food groups of China. So yeah, it should be really good.
It has a really distinctive taste.
and it's known for its spiciness.
Yeah.
所以四川菜呢可能会咸可能会辣，可能会酸，可能会甜。那另外还有一种就是非常特别的味道，可能只有在四川才吃得到，就叫做麻。那因为这种呢，我们叫做四川 pepper，在四川叫它花椒。
I've ate so much spicy food that I'm sweating, and my mouth is so numb that when I eat something, it's not even spicy anymore because it's just numb.
Yeah, and like everything, it's like red because it's so spicy.
那担担面由来呢，是最早卖这个面的人呢，他是用一根扁担，然后呢前后一个筐子，一个筐子是装面，另外一个筐子里面装各种的调料，那所以叫担担面。
So this is amazing. All the food is really spicy and like really numbing, but it tastes really, really good. And like I could live here, like actually though.
那成都有很多非常有名的餐厅，我们叫它苍蝇馆子或者苍蝇餐厅，就是有很多的苍蝇，那环境也不怎么好，但是味道真的很好。因为那苍蝇知道哪里的东西好吃嘛，他们都去了，那一定没错。那所以好多人呢，好多人开宝马、奔驰开好多那个车子去，专门在那边排队去吃。那经常去还要排队排号，你拿一个 number 在那边排号，有的时候排很久，就是因为它味道很好。那成都人也很喜欢吃，好多时候开车去很远的地方，就是因为那家餐厅很有名，也可能是它的哪一道菜非常有名，就开车1个小时甚至更长的时间，那排队再排1个小时，都情愿等，就是一定要尝一下传说中的那个菜的味道。
We're at a hot pot restaurant in Quanzhai Street.
It's directly translated, it's wide, narrow alley. The hot pot restaurant we're at is super famous. Last year, Michelle Obama ate here.
Hot pot actually originated in Sichuan, and it's a really traditional meal that people like to eat here.
We've just started, but we've already realized that like the hot pot we know that we've eaten in Beijing before is so different than the one here, and this is like the traditional one, the original one, so it's cool to see that.
As you can see, we have like the soup here for hot pot, and what hot pot is essentially is when you heat or boil raw food that could be like meat or vegetables in like a soup, and then you eat that, and then you can use different types of sauce to like help the flavor for the meat or the vegetables.
So the soup we have a not spicy and a spicy soup, and the sauce that we have that's traditionally in Chengdu is a sesame oil with toppings like onions, coriander, oyster sauce, and chopped up peanuts and pickled vegetables.
Yeah.
现在是到成都说来一个你一定要来的地方。那上面呢有卖这个纪念品的，卖工艺品，那还有很多的酒吧、餐厅，还有第一间修在仿古建筑里面的这个 Starbucks， 那就是在锦里。
We're at Guilin, which is the old pedestrian street.
And the pedestrian street is really traditional and cultural, but it's really cool to see how the Western culture has adapted around the old culture of Chengdu. For example, we're at like a Starbucks
right now, and we have our green tea drinks.
It's kind of funny.
It's just funny to see how like out of place it looks, but yet like so many people are here and enjoying it.
It's a really great street filled with lots of food and culture of the city.
Aside from the food, there's also a lot of handmade things. Like we saw people make their own shadow puppets, and there are a lot of really cool homemade crafts that are very unique to Chengdu. Okay, so this is the spice, the pepper.
Just the pepper.
Apparently it's not spicy, but I don't believe that.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's good.
No spicy. No spicy. Those are rabbit heads.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
There's so many.
再次寻觅相知的伴侣，生命中就难舍蓝蓝的白云天。
So far, these 3 days, or 4 days, it's been really busy, but also I'm really happy about the places we've been able to see and like the people we've been able to meet as well.
Yeah, I think especially because we usually when we travel we just kind of sightsee and look at the places, but since we're taking the initiative to go and interview people, you really get to meet people that you would never like usually talk to, and the questions that we ask them, we get to learn a lot about their culture and what they do on a day-to-day basis.
I think that really makes it special and makes it like different, I guess.
So today we woke up at 3 a.m. and took 2 flights to get here to Dunhuang. It's an ancient city in China, in the northwest part of China, that's used to be the last stop on the Silk Road.
So yeah, we just got here and right now we're going to lunch.
The biggest contrast was going from a huge cosmopolitan city like Chengdu and coming here to where the airport, our plane was the only plane at the airport, and there are not many people here. The population is really small.
Something that's really interesting about this city is that for every 1 square kilometer there's only about 4 or 5 people that live here, and that's just because there's so much desert here.
首先呢，请允许我自我介绍一下，我是敦煌中国国际旅行社的导游，我姓张，叫张红丽。敦煌呢，是这个沙漠绿洲，非常非常小，它呢是又是大地方又是小地方。大地方就说呢，它的总面积非常大，31200平方公里。但是呢，敦煌又是个小地方。 为什么呢？因为它的绿洲面积适合人们生活呢，只占全部总面积的4.5%。主要呢是你们这一趟呢是真正的文化探险之旅，走的都是敦煌最好的这个王牌景点，像莫高窟、世界文化遗产 沙漠奇观鸣沙山和月牙泉，还有雅丹国家地质公园，就罗布泊塔克拉玛干的东部边缘。我们还会看到中国保存最完整的汉代长城。那么在这4天当中呢，我们全部要看到的。
Right now, we're at the Gobi Desert at the Great Wall of the Silk Road.
This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the wall a long time ago was to fend the Hans, or barbarians, from coming into the country. The one that we typically think of, the Great Wall, is actually only 600 years old, but then this one is actually over like 2,100 years, so it's not as well preserved, but it has a lot of history to it.
In Beijing, the Great Wall is made out of brick and looks very orderly. Here, before obviously it did look orderly, but now you can see its original shape, and it's really nice because you can see what it's made out of. If you look at this wall right now, it looks like you can really easily jump over it, and it doesn't look like it has any protection ability. But what we've learned is that actually what this Great Wall is for is that even though it's only 3 meters tall, it's for livestock and horses.
牛和羊爬不过来，即使敌人爬过来以后呢，草原上的民族失去了作战工具，战马失去了吃的东西，牛羊就过来以后呢，就失去了战斗力。所以在这个冷兵器时代，这个长城，汉代的长城起到了非常重要的作用。
So right now we're standing in the middle of the wall, and if this was 2,100 years ago, we would be standing in 2 countries. We feel really grateful to have been here since this site, it looked massive 2,100 years ago, and after a couple hundred years, this wall will slowly wear down too.
So right now we're entering China, and this is like the custom gate to China and the Silk Road in the country.
Through here, people from China would bring silk and Chinese tea leaves and export these to the foreigners outside. The site is really well preserved. As you see behind us, that's the hole in the gate was the door to the north towards Mongolia, and the door next to us was the gate into China.
So there's this old Chinese idiom called 折柳送别, and directly translated it means to fold a willow tree, but that's actually a metaphor as like saying goodbye to like the people through the customs gate.
People would hold a willow tree branch as they send their loved ones through this gate as a way to say goodbye and to ask them to always come back. Right now we're here at the Mogao Grottos, which is one of the most significant landmarks of China, and it's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
敦煌莫高窟呢，在中国可以说是这4大石窟当中开窟年代最早、延续时间最长、规模最大，也是保存最为完整的一座佛教石窟，也是值得每一个人到此呢来参观的一个地方。
People used to come here via the Silk Road, and they would stop to paint the Buddhist temples and carve Buddhist statues. The temples were a place of worship visited by people from many places around the world.
那么现在呢，在莫高窟保留下来的洞窟一共有492个，壁画呢有45000平方米，彩塑有2400多尊。
Every single one of them are really well preserved. The colors are still there even after thousands of years.
可以说，有人曾经把敦煌壁画呢，比作成为这个墙壁上的博物馆，因为呢，敦煌壁画它不仅仅是关于宗教题材，那它也涉及到了社会生活的方方面面，涉及的范围也是非常的广泛。
People say that when you come to Dunhuang, you don't have to go to the sand dunes or the Gobi Desert, but the Mogao Grottos is a must-see. the Gobi Desert.
And there's literally nothing around. One road, like a power line, and it's just desert.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to fly the drone and see how it looks.
And there's just hundreds of kilometers like this, and if you get lost here, there's no way of going back because you don't know where you're going. So we're in a military control zone right now, so we're not allowed to stop, like take photos outside or film or use our drone. There's apparently radar everywhere and the military is hidden. We're not going to get into bad situations, hopefully, and so we're not going to film too much.
Right now we're in the Gobi Desert and we're in this section that's government owned and it's known as Moguicheng, which is a ghost city, and here there's no cell connection and compasses don't work here and people have been known to disappear here.
So right now we're standing in front of a tiger-shaped rock and it's here to welcome the visitors.
I'm standing here right now in the middle of the Gobi Desert and it's huge and there's nothing for miles and miles away. And it kind of makes me feel like when you learn about the universe in class and it makes you feel very small and insignificant and all your problems just kind of vanish here.
这儿工作了1年多，主要工作就是拉骆驼、拉客人上山下山。拉骆驼还是比较累的。在沙漠里走是非常难的，是沙漠人比较软，他走起特别吃力。骆驼上山呀是特别吃力的。我觉得感觉到拉客人上山非常愉快啊，是一件非常愉快的事情。虽然累一点，感觉非常愉快。我喜欢拉骆驼，主要原因我觉得能和世界各个地方的人都能交流，交流思想感情。
大家给我一个 pose.
So right now we're at this shifting sand dune.
It's the first time we've been to the desert for any of us, and it's really interesting because it's literally just all sand around us.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. We're gonna go ride some camels, maybe go dune bugging, maybe go like
sand sledding.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
It's really majestic because usually we see mountains and it's green, but here we see mountains of sand. It's new to us and it looks really nice, especially with the sun. It makes one side of the mountain or the sand dune bright and one side dark.
Okay, so right now we're gonna try to hike up that sand dune.
It's a challenge just because it's so hard to walk in sand, but hopefully we'll like make it.
Might take a while, but I think we'll make it.
Look, people are like sitting down.
We're halfway up our hike. It's really tiring.
Yeah, and the thing is that like if you take one step, you kind of like go backwards half a step. So the sand is tiring to walk in.
I was thinking about the day we met, and the love came rushing out, and you were empty-handed, filled with regret. I was thinking about the day we met, and the love came rushing out, and you were empty-handed, filled with regret.
So we finally made it up the sand dune, and now we're standing at the top, and it's amazing.
Her love is running, her love is running, her love is running now. Her love is running, running, running now.
We flew the drone as well, and the bird's eye view is actually really amazing, and you can see the different footsteps on the sand, and it looks like little holes on the sand dune.
I remember when I saw you cry, like a waterfall you carried me away with just a look into your eyes. I remember when I saw you cry, like a waterfall you carried me away with just a look into your eyes.
Guilin, Chengdu, and Dunhuang gave us a glimpse of the history and culture that has shaped the country we grew up in. From the mountains and rivers of Guilin and giant pandas in Chengdu to the history of Dunhuang, we learned not only to appreciate the culture and environment, but also to stop and interact with the people living there.
They were different people living in different places, from a Dunhuang camel guide to a Sichuan opera performer and a woman of the Red Yao ethnic minority. But each of their stories reflected a simple yet truly happy life.
Through our interactions with them, we understood more about China and ultimately more about ourselves. China is a vast place, and we barely scratched the surface in exploring our heritage.